YouTube, what's up y'all? Back with another video. So since I'm on the 34, I ain't got much to do. I decided that I was going to make a frequently asked question video. I get asked a lot of questions, so to eliminate a lot of those questions that a lot of people may have, I'm just gonna make this video so you can refer back to it whenever you need to. I mean, I know obviously I'm not gonna cover every question that people have in this video, but if I do get a bunch more questions, I'll make a part 2. So let's jump into it. First question first, the question I get asked the most: how much do I gross? For me, my goal for me is $5 grand a week. I know with $5 grand, my take home will be like $2,000 or more. It just depends on where I run. I aim for 6, so I try to be between 5 and 6 for the most part, but obviously every week ain't the same. Every week changes. Like this current week, I'm on track to be at 5,800 for this week. Last week I did 55. The week before that I think I did like 53 or 54. So it just varies by the week. So, but I'm normally consistently around the same number because a lot of the loads I run are the same. It's kind of hard for people to, I mean, people ask me that question, but going off of my numbers, just remember what works for me may not work for you. So it all varies. So when I came here, the SFI people told me when I did my phone interview that the average driver here takes home between 12 and 1,500. That's what I was told. I still decided to come here and give it a chance, and I have exceeded that number every week. I mean, obviously I have my weeks where I make less, some weeks I make more. It just depends what's going on. So, but going off other people's numbers, it's kind of hard. So just do your homework and learn as much as you can before you come out here and all that, because you never know. Like I said, it may not work out the same way it's working for me, for you. So keep that in mind. So next question, how often am I home? So I'm normally home every weekend. I normally do my 34s at home. That's typically how I run. I run out during the week, and I normally get home like Friday night sometimes like early Saturday morning, and then I'll leave back out on Monday. So that's normally how I do it. This last month I ran the whole month of July. I haven't been home. I went home for like 1 day the whole month of July, and there's a reason behind that, but normally I'm home on the weekend. So will that work out for you? I'm not sure. So keep that in mind as well. Like I said, this is all my experience. So, but for me, I'm normally home on the weekend to do a 34, and I live in Florida. So keep that in mind. Next question. I'm looking at my phone for people wondering, how much is my truck payment? I get asked that question a lot. So for me, I have a 2023 Freightliner. When I got it, I put $2,500 down. Because I came to Schneider. Schneider covers $1,400 of that down payment, and my payment is $1,320 a week, and that's including my maintenance. And then I have a extra $50 that I have added to that. So that $1,320 includes the truck payment, the maintenance, and the extra $50 a week that I asked SFI to take out. So that's pretty much like a extra savings on top of the maintenance account. So I can use that money whenever because it's mine. So next question, which board am I on? So there is 2 boards. I'm on the all-in board. That board shows you whatever you see on the board is what you get. That's plain and simple. And then there's a percent board. From what I understand, the percent board gives you a breakdown of like fuel surcharge, the pay, and all that, and you have to take out the 65% yourself. You gotta do the math on it. I'm not sure. Like I said, still to this day, I have not seen the percent board, so I don't know too many details. This is all what I heard. So, but there is 2 boards. Do we have dropping hooks? Schneider is 90% dropping hooks. As y'all seen, if you watch me, we have a lot of dropping hook loads. So which comes in handy because sitting in them doors for hours and hours, it ain't it. So the time you sitting indoors and getting live loaded and live unloaded, you can still be moving. So I do live loads and live unloads sometimes, but from my experience, I've never really had to wait a super long time to get loaded or unloaded, except once where I waited like 5 hours, but that was at a grocery warehouse. We all know how those can be. So, but other than that, it's normally like an hour or two and I'm in and out. So even the live loads and live unloads haven't been bad for me. Next question. I get asked this question a lot, for real. Do we have front-facing cameras? No. We do not have front-facing cameras. Do we have a camera? Yes. It's a dash cam. It's not front-facing. It does not see you. Actually, I'll show you guys so you guys can see this camera. That right there is the camera. So y'all can see it. It faces outward. It's a dash cam. So that's the camera that Schneider puts in your truck. And then I have a camera here. This is my dash cam. My dash cam is front facing, but this is my personal dash cam. That has nothing to do with Schneider. And if you have an SFI truck, they have cameras on the side as well. So, but yes, they do have a camera in these trucks, and it's just a dash cam. I mean, some people get worked up about it. I don't really see the big deal about it. It's just a camera. It doesn't bother me. Next question. Is the truck governed? Our trucks are not governed here. So if you have an SFI truck, you work somewhere else, you go as fast as you like. that's up to the company. I know here we're not allowed to go over 79. At JB Hunt, I believe you can't go over 80. Rest of the companies, I don't know what their policy is on the speed limits, but the truck is not governed. So realistically, if you have your own authority, you want to go as fast as you want to, hey, do your thing. So health benefits. So when you go to orientation, this is if you come to Schneider. Pretty sure it's for all companies, because I had health benefits when I worked at Prime also, and I was a lease operator over there as well. So when you come to orientation, they will offer you health benefits if you want them. I personally did not take the health benefits from Schneider because I still have my health benefits from when I worked at Prime. So obviously the benefits have nothing to do with Prime. It's just because it comes out my check every month. So I decided to just keep it. I don't know, it may be better here. I didn't really look into it. I just decided to keep what I got. So, but yes, they do have health benefits that you can get, and you will have to pay for it monthly yourself. It comes directly out of my bank account. My truck insurance, I get asked this a lot too. My truck insurance is through Schneider. When I went to orientation, they offer you insurance. Either you can bring your own insurance for your truck, or you can use their insurance. So I went with their insurance. So all my insurance stuff comes out of my paycheck each week. If I'm not mistaken, my insurances each week is like $202, I believe, something like that. 202, 210, something like that. I know it's in the twos, the low twos. So and that's my insurance, bobtail, all that. It comes out my paycheck each week. Next question. Do I use other fuel apps? I do. Schneider discount fluctuates. So one week, like last week, it was 35 cents off the pump price. This week is 32 cents off the pump price. And as y'all know, gas prices are going up and our discount went down. Makes no sense, but it is what it is. So I use Mudflap. That's what I've used a lot this past couple weeks, because they give a way better discount than what Schneider's giving. But if Schneider discount is better, then I'll just use my fuel card. So I know there's other fuel apps out there, so y'all can look into them, WexApp and all that, because I know at JB Hunt they use the WexApp and they get a real good discount over there. Prime had a really good discount. So I know all these companies have fuel discounts. I don't know what they are, and there's a bunch of fuel cards out there. You can get ones that you add your personal credit card to, or you can get fuel cards where it's a credit card itself. So if you got good credit, you can get a credit card for fuel. Hey, do it by all means. If you can save on fuel as much as possible, do it. Next question, maintenance account. A lot of people ask me, why do we have a maintenance account? Some people get mad that we have a maintenance account. That's how SFI runs it. I don't pick the rules, I just go by them. The maintenance account. So the maintenance account only covers things that are not under warranty. That's where a lot of people get that mixed up. They're like, oh, you got a brand new truck, it's under warranty. Absolutely, you're right, it is under warranty, but tires are not under warranty. Oil changes, stuff like that, that stuff is not under a warranty. So that's stuff that you can use your maintenance account towards. If your tire blow, you can call SFI, you can use your maintenance account to get another tire. That's what that's for. Me personally, anything that has happened with my truck, oil changes, all that stuff, I've just paid out of pocket. I haven't touched my maintenance account because I don't have a purpose. So I just use my own money and let that maintenance account grow, because when I leave, then I got more money for myself that I could just take from that maintenance account. So that's how I see it. A road test. I had a couple people ask me, do they give you a road test? They do. So when you come here, during orientation, I think like day 3, I believe, I did my orientation in Green Bay. So for me, in Green Bay, I think it was day 3, you had to do a road test. So it's not like a full test that you have to do like when you get your CDL. No, it's nothing like that. So for me, they just made sure you knew how to hook up to a trailer. You know how to couple, you know how to hook up to a trailer. Made sure you knew what to look for, type of stuff. So basically just like a walkthrough. And then we went on a road test. We drove, I don't even remember how far it was, but we drove like maybe like 10-15 minutes down the road, hopped on the freeway, got off and came back. And then once you got back, you just parked, and you had to do a back and little test into a parking spot. So it's pretty easy, normal stuff. I don't know if you can fail that, honestly. I'm really not sure. No one failed it in my class, so I'm not sure if anyone, if you can fail that, to be honest. Question I get asked, next question is, how fast do I drive? For me, it's normally between 68 and 70. That's normally what I drive. Of course, I came from Prime. If you know, you know. They truck slow as hell. Our trucks over there only went 65. So to be able to do 68 is cool, but at Prime, that's all you can do with 65. So I go 68, 70, it just depends if I need to go around somebody or something like that. And another question that I get is, how much do I average on my MPG? It's normally around 8.5. Like right now, I'm at 8.6. I started last week at 9.1 and I ended the week with 8.6. So not too bad. Obviously it went down because I had to go through some mountains, but I run a lot of light loads too. Keep that in mind. If y'all can run the light loads, run them. You'll save a lot on fuel. So how much do loads pay for cancellation? So here, I'm not sure about every company, but here you get $150 VNU, vehicle not used. That's what you will get if you get there and the load has canceled. That's what they pay you. You're not gonna get paid no extra. It don't matter if you did hit it 300 miles, 20 miles, 500 miles, you don't get $150. From my understanding, that's what a lot of brokers do as well. They only give you $150 if you go somewhere and that load cancels. So I know when I was at Prime, I don't think we got anything if a load canceled. I don't remember, but I didn't have a lot of loads cancel at Prime. It did happen, but I don't remember ever getting any pay for it, so I'm not sure. And that leads up to the last and final question: why did I leave Prime? So of course I didn't start YouTube until I came to Schneider, and the reason I started YouTube was because when I was coming to Schneider, I couldn't find any information, like nothing. Every video was like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years ago, and I'm like, damn, like I can't find any like current up-to-date videos. So I was like, well, since no one's making YouTube content for Schneider, I'll do it. That way I can give people up-to-date information. And then I decided to turn it into like a vlog style to show like my journey in trucking. So that's why I did that. But when I was at Prime, I love Prime. Prime was a great company. Y'all that don't know, I worked at Prime for 4 years. 3 of those years I was a trainer. So I trained a lot of the drivers at Prime. I loved training over there. It was fun for me. Made a lot of money. So that the money had nothing to do with why I left Prime. But the main reason I left was because I wanted to run off of a load board. So for me, I'm all about growth, and I've worked there for 4 years. Yeah, it's cool having a dispatcher. You know, you got somebody getting you good loads, and as long as you got a good relationship with your dispatcher, you'll be fine at Prime, honestly. So, but for me, eventually I want to get to where I have my own trucking business. I don't want a big company. I'm not trying to be like Schneider or Prime and have 1 million trucks. That's not what I'm trying to do. I want a small little fleet, maybe 3 to 5 trucks and a couple trailers and stuff like that, and just run it like that. That's my goal. So for me, I could have stayed at Prime, but I don't feel like I wouldn't have been growing. So to come to a company where I can run a load board, learn how to run a load board, because obviously if I have my own company, it's either I pay somebody to dispatch my drivers or I could just do it myself. Now that I have load board experience and I'm learning the areas for dry freight, it'd be a lot easier for me to just do it myself. Obviously, once I get to like 5 trucks, I'm not gonna want to do that, so I'll probably just pay somebody at that point. But at least I know what's going on. I have an understanding. And for me, it was between Schneider and Landstar when I was choosing. And the reason I didn't go to Landstar was because of brokers. I was like, okay, Schneider just a point and click, the load is yours, boom boom. Landstar, you got to call up agents and talk to them, negotiate rates, and I felt like that would have been a lot to all take in all at once. So that's why I came here, and that's why I left Prime. So no bad blood. I still highly recommend Prime, Schneider, any of these companies. It just depends on you. Everybody's situation different, so each company varies on your wants and your needs. So, but I still recommend Prime to anybody. I still talk to some of the people I used to train over there. Still talk to people that works over there. I will give it to Prime though. They do have the best fuel discount of any trucking company. I can tell you that hands down. So, but that's all the questions that I have in my notes. So I believe, let me see, I think I covered everything. Yeah, I covered everything in my notes. So if you have any other questions, drop them down below, or shoot me a DM on Instagram, hit me up on email, however. And if I get enough questions, then I'll just make a part 2 and we'll run it like that. So I appreciate y'all for watching. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one.